Su-85 very unlucky today, not able to fire through. Panzer IV pouring on in, trying to go for that poor T-70. Gets the rear armor shot. Su-85, come on. For those who are just tuning in now, just as a quick refresher, Lucky and Asha had a devastating allied victory against Brickman and Scotch. Although Brickman and Scotch did launch a desperate counterattack, the first part succeeded, the second part did not, but they did fight to the very end, which really, really good job in trying to get victory, but unfortunately just wasn't enough. Can Brickman and Scotch, changing it up, be the thing that changes up this game? We shall see. Although I do know the Brit play of last game was probably the best faction, honestly, of last game. So those who are saying the British needed that advancement seems to have worked out, because the British were fantastic under Asha last game. Any case, I don't believe Hans is here, so I'm just going to go down and I'm going to launch this game, and hopefully we have another climactic, amazing game like we did. We shall see. Any case, once again, for those, we got Brickman USF, who has gone with Infantry Company of all things. Scotch as well down here. We got Asha Boy and also Lucky kind of moving on in. So far, no interesting. Seems to be standard Pioneer MG, Volk, Sturm. We got, oh, here's something a little different. Scotch is getting himself a sniper in the very, very onset of the game. Very curious to see how that goes. By the way, if anyone follows, subs, hosts, raids, whatever the case may be, I will give a shout out during the next part and also run through all the notifications as well, so that way you get your glory in spotlight. Unfortunately, just doing cast games, I don't, because I don't want to interrupt these fantastic players in their actions. So in any case, let's get to it, shall we? Snipers is getting onto the field. Riflemen are just standard rear echelon rifleman build. Again, making cover, making sure the enemy doesn't use said cover, and grabbing for the fuel, which, hold on, is connected. Good to know. Sturm Pioneers going in for the point. Against the rear echelons, I don't think they're going to really stand much of a chance. Those rear echelons will have to keep back until riflemen move on in. But it looks like riflemen have their own troubles to deal with, being a Volk squad. They're right now engaging each other. Rifleman seems to have gotten the first kill off that model. Grenadier squad's though coming on in, realizing his situation and the possible flank. He moves on back. Sniper though coming on in. Again, the problem is though with this sniper is there's not much stopping these grenadiers from just running up to kill it. So we'll see if that has any effect in this game. Sturm Pioneers as well looks like is trying to maneuver to heavy cover to push back the rear echelons. They themselves move to heavy cover, backed up by riflemen. Grenadiers giving chase to the sniper, but conscripts come in to save the day. Sniper finishes off a third unit. And, yeah, conscripts will push back the Grenadier squad. Meanwhile, we have an MG managing to hold back that engineer squad. Pioneers moving on in to grab this munitions. Sniper, though, one issue that could be in this situation is the conscripts flanking around. Though it looks like Grenadiers are on standby to stop that from happening. And the sniper, instead of helping out against the MG, will help against those Grenadiers. Rear echelons and double riflemen pushing back the Kubel. Again, should be more than enough firepower. My only negative is the fact they're in no cover. So right now, if these guys could be, if there's enough fire on them, they could be shredded by the fact they're not in cover. Even in this situation, the Kubel's on, I believe, on a flank, so this cover won't have any effect on the Kubel. Maybe, I want to say so. But the only reason I say maybe not is just because I don't know. It's very close to being on that side, but seems to be doing enough. And also, I don't know. I think like the Kubel would do a little more damage if it was outside, but whatever. Kubel is pulling on back. Sturm's pushing on in. Looks like they got some medics, some heals. I'm assuming by, yep, they put down their own medics. They put down their own ones. Allies were trying to take a lot of territory. Didn't seem to pay off, although, that much. Looks like Asha's going to quickly come back and take over a good slice of territory. Meanwhile, we have Grenadiers pouring on in against the conscripts. Conscripts very low. Can't make that cover in time. Sniper also, even though he's gotten 8 kills with it, not that high on health. And has to worry about possibly being dived. The Kubel is going after it. Of all things, yes, the Kubel is diving the sniper, trying to get that kill. He'll get a volley off on it, bring it down to a third of its health. But unfortunately with that conscript squad there, he needs to back on up and keep it from, well, keep the Kubel alive. As we know, the Kubel is the best unit of the game by far. So they want to make sure the MVP of the Axis is safe and secure. Anyway, Grenadiers managed to hold on to this point. Conscripts opening fire on them. Managing to push them back. Not much in terms of engagements. Looks like the Germans managed to capture mid and all the remaining territories and have some units just on standby. Riflemen are pushing on in, but again, the Volk squad's in some really nice cover. So they should be able to keep them at bay. We do have a captain on the field with a upgraded bar up opening fire. Unfortunately, only 3 men firing from that position. They're going to pull back to some better cover to hopefully gain a small advantage. Do we have any armor being deployed by Asha? Yes, so mechanized is being developed, so I'm assuming a Panzer II will be made shortly. Lucky himself is upgraded to Battle Phase 1 just now. Meanwhile, his Grenadiers are pulling on back, but he still has a decent hold over the factory. The Soviets, on the other hand, let's see. Not much in terms... It's funny how he's gone conscript with just a sniper. But so far, he might be able to do a lot of damage. Flamethrower in the building. Going to easily push back the Grenadier squad, though I think their bigger target is the sniper itself. Though conscript's coming in to put some more pressure on it. Makes a retreat. Sniper coming on in. Can he get another shot on target? Misses the Grenadiers, though. Unfortunate. Conscripts, though. This Grenadier squad will have to retreat, but I think it might be too little too late. Conscripts, can they get the kill? It's very, very low. Very low. It will survive. It will survive with duct tape. Literally, probably keeping that man together, but it will survive. Riflemen are holding on to this very crucial fuel point, though the Allies are also grabbing the other one on the other side. That's going to keep the Axis away. By the way, Kubel up to Vet 2. Again, very good play there. Conscripts are terribly inaccurate. In that situation, I would agree with you, good sir. Anyway, Volk squads and Sturms pushing on in against the dwindling Allied forces in this point. Most of them had to retreat, even though they still had some fight in them. Although, maybe they want to pull back and fight a better battle. Not a terrible idea there. AT gun being developed. We have a mortar half-track on the field. Again, needs to be incredibly mobile with this. Not just because of the fact that, well, doesn't exactly have a lot of map to control, but because of the fact, if I am correct, and he is getting himself a Panzer II, or even a Puma, that could easily give chase and kill this thing dead to rights. So we'll have to see what happens. Grenadiers and Pioneers trying to take mid, but that pesky sniper with 12 kills is just causing havoc for Lucky. Meanwhile, made some cover for himself. We have a flame half-track. Lucky may be tired of that sniper and give chase to it. AT grenade, though, stops the half-track in its place. And unfortunately, he'll have to back on up. One thing, though, is the fact Scotch, except for those AT grenades, had no AT. So if the half-track was able to give chase to that sniper, I don't think there would have been much to stop him. But, again, good play with the AT grenades. Meanwhile, we have the Volk squad coming on the flank of this massive allied force going in to reclaim their fuel. But with this being captured, could this cut off the entire side? Realizing the importance of this position, he sends back a lot of his men to hit that Volk squad. Now the question is, can he kill it? Riflemen as well don't have a grenade upgrade. The Kubel has died. The MVP of the game is lost. How unfortunate. Sniper as well, pulling on back to get some shots on those Grenadiers. Though I will say Scotch has been unable to really hold his territory all that efficiently. The Germans just keep coming in to retake it or reclaim it. Though Allies, hoping to make a difference, send in a bunch of riflemen and a captain to retake mid and a lot of key points. If they can grab that victory point, that will stop the bleed. So that would be very important. Also, they might be able to call off a lot of critical points on the left-hand side. Also, let's see, placing down some mines. Panzer II's being made. If the mine can be... Oh, wait, no, it's not going to be developed in time. He's going to realize it. Open fire. Hold on. He placed it, though. Kills the mine, though. Not falling for it. Second mine being developed, though. Half-track moving very close to the front. Panzer II may go after target if he realizes it's there. Half-track going after some targets. The conscripts to be specific. We have an MG in this building to try to suppress them. Sniper being maneuvered over to deal with that. Lucky, again, went Jaeger armor, so if he wanted to, we could give a spawning scope to that half-track, so when it stops moving, you can see some good distance. Finally, a decent skin. I like the skins of all these guys. I don't think there's a bad skin. Maybe the one with all the eyeballs. Maybe that one. But I have yet to see that be... Oh, boy. That's the only one, because that just has such weird color palette. But I don't know. Run, little Grenadier. Oh, what'd I tell you? Panzer 2 giving chase to the half-track. Maneuvering it around. Actually accidentally kills this... Oh, God. The M1. Rifleman now giving chase, trying to pin that Panzer with a rifle grenade. Unfortunately, Volk squads are not letting him get the opportunity as well, chasing after the Rifleman. Additional squads coming on in, but it's too little, too late. And they steal the M1. That is a great addition to Asha's current portfolio of units, so really good job there. Meanwhile, we have a dive going in on the Sniper by the half-track. Sniper gets out of there because conscripts decide to charge into the fire to push back the half-track. Where is your AT? You don't have it. Instead, you went with the T-70. For those who don't know, he did not get the sport weapon Campania, so he has no ability to get MGs, mortars, or AT guns. It is not looking good for Brickman and Scotch right now, but T-70 could turn that tide, charging against the half-track. There is a Grenadier squad that could Panzerfaust. Realizing this, he backs up a little bit, but doesn't have to stop firing. There is a pack gun here, but as long as he stays behind this barrel, he should be, or what, container? Fuel canister? Whatever's inside this. That could be a definite issue. But so far, things are going okay. Repairs going off, but T-70 going all the way around. Sniper as well, trying to push shot, but don't think it did all that much. Giving chase to the Grenadiers. Get some nice hits. That's the kind of performance I'm talking about. Meanwhile, Brickman's coming in. He does have a new AT gun on the field. His riflemen are decently vetted across the board, but again, still have to worry about the Panzer II and all the Volk squads. And some of the men are not in cover. Get your men in cover. Very important. T-70 coming in to help his boys. Gotta help the boys. AT gun opening fire on the T-70. Grenade, not really all that much. Another one going off. Again, not much. Again, good performance by Asha dodging those grenades. Troops are pulling back. Soviets are managing to just hold on to that fuel and keep it away from the Axis, though Axis are grabbing the other fuel. Panzer II giving chase to the half-track. Gets some although the M1 gets some great shots in. Doesn't kill the half-track. I don't think it will. But what it does do is, oh wait, is he gonna dive? No, he's going up. I was gonna say, if he comes this way, that might not be the best scenario. But luckily, he does get out of there in the nick of time. Lucky deploys a recon to see what the Allies have in store for them. And I think you might be realizing, they don't have that much. Brickman is still not getting himself a major. Scotch got himself a T-70, so don't expect any sort of medium armor anytime soon. Half-track still burning away the conscripts, though Scotch did get an AT gun. He finally got the sport weapons Campania, so very nice. We have a Stuka on the field as well. It fired in mid. A little friendly fire action there. Maybe going for the sniper? Unsure. With 27 kills, this is currently the bane of Lucky's existence. And he does get a nice flame spurt on it, but the T-70 coming on in dodges the pack round at it. Although a second... Wait, was that him? Oh, what? I don't know if it was... No, it wasn't this. Unsure what hit that. Maybe it was the Allied AT gun or something. Whatever the case may be, something hit this causing damage. And there's still the Zis gun, which has no experience, which is why I don't think it fired. American forces trying to go around. Incendiary, though, being thrown by Asha stops any pushing from occurring. Infantry do have that point. Heavy cover, so they're able to keep themselves in a fighting state, even though the MG is constantly trying to suppress him. Let's see, M1 moving on up. I don't know if there's a target for him or if he's just going to pull. Oh, it's the... Okay, he's going after the Panzer II. Gets a good shot. The question is, can he get a second one? Does AT grenade come on? Oh, not again. Why I mentioned that half-track having to work? Oh! He does! The clutch AT grenade manages to save the half-track. and get one up on Asha. Good job, Brickman, on that play. Scotch, meanwhile, has his conscripts pushing back the Grenadiers. All right, someone said it was the T-70. All right, good to know. It seemed too far for the T-70, but okay. Meanwhile, again, conscripts pouring on in, with the snipers supporting, bringing down the Grenadiers to 3 men. Grenadiers as well over here, trying to hold, but realizing, yeah, they're in heavy cover. I'm not going to win that. Let's just regroup. Though I will say, we do have support armor company. Support armor corps. What am I saying? So, Panzer IV? Panzer IV. Alright, Lucky's deploying himself a Panzer IV. Now, if I had to assume, if he's going with a Panzer IV, that means Asha is going to be saving up for something a little bigger. So, we'll see. I mean, it's weird because he doesn't have a heavy tank other than the King Tiger. Let me be very specific on that. They can deploy sooner. Fallschirmjäger's on the field. Misses the grenade. Conscripts will hold mid. Or, sorry, take mid. Not really hold it. Right now, the Germans still hold it. And they're actually putting a decent amount of pressure on the Allies right now by holding so many victory points. Americans pushing on back on the front. Both squads will need to pull on back. We have a captain coming on the flank, but incendiary being thrown to, again, stop them from flanking around this area. I feel like if Asha could, he would place a demo here because he realized they just keep coming back this way. He's like, all right, I'm tired of it. Both squads tearing apart the riflemen. We have a Stuka coming in. Oh, over here. Hits the AT gun and the mortar half-track, but doesn't do all that much damage, even though that was a literal direct hit from a giant rocket. American forces equipped with a bar managed to push on in and push back the half-track. Stuka as well being pushed back. Only 1 kill with that Stuka so far. Recon going out. A fierce counterattack is in store for the Germans across the field. We have a victory point. I'm sorry, victory point. A capture point being taken. That's critical because that's going to cut off the munitions over here. The resources that are over in this sector. Again, not looking all that great. Meanwhile, we do have a German sniper on the field. Wait, is the Soviet sniper okay? Soviet sniper's okay, guys. Soviet sniper is okay. It's actually Vet 3. Panzer IV managing to do a little work, though that AT gun's like not that much work before you have to go back for repairs. Brickman still going deep, stopping the half-track in its place. He can't place it down back here because it's disconnected. Fallschirmjäger's advancing. No upgrades yet for them. Not at full potential. Grenade being thrown. Okay, interesting grenade. I guess he thought he was going to push. That's the one of the times where it's like, yeah, he's going to advance. That's where he's going to be. Nope, way off. Up. That was a better grenade. A lot of health damage, not a lot of... Only killed 1 model, though. Meanwhile, a climactic battle is going over here. Panzer IV giving chase to a... Okay, a T-70 and a half-track. But it looks like it's doing damage. T-70's giving chase. Unfortunately, none of the shots really did much damage. But by God, that T-70 is punching way above its weight and managing to, well, make the Panzer IV retreat. I'm going to say it was just the T-70, not all the Soviet infantry pouring on in. Definitely not. But yeah, backed up by the ZIS as well. One good reposition in that Panzer IV will need to pull back immediately because it will be 1 shot away from death. Rear echelon pulling on back, but super low on health. May not make it. Probably not going to make it. Definitely not going to make it. Alas. Anyway, half-track opening fire on the conscripts. Sniper vaulting over, trying to get out of its target radius. Up to 32 kills. Really good work there. Conscripts buying heavy cover. Making the Grenadiers also Vet 3 buying cover. A run for their money. Stuka OP? I don't think so. Asha has had that Stuka. Only 1 kill so far. Maybe this second barrage will do something. We shall see. AT gun barely misses. He actually has 2. Brickman quickly redeploying his AT guns. Stuka coming in on the Soviets. Hitting the half-track of all things. Again, no kills, but definitely some good damage. Sniper continuing to just... Hold on. Is he going to fire? No, he didn't. I was expecting he was going to fire. Can you fire? Just kill a man. There we go. Yeah, just... Oh, Panzer IV back up on the front. AT gun, though, covering. He needs to get out of there. Can the Panzer IV finish him off? Not the case. Infantry being hit by a mine. Conscripts doing very well behind that cover. Can we have a Molotov? No Molotov upgrade in store. Would be perfect for these guys behind the cover. But Panzer IV decides, nope, no cover for you. And the Grenadiers and the Panzer IV might kill that conscript squad. Very low on health, but looks like he'll manage to live another day. Half-track once again still in mid. Just rushing around trying to help out where he can. Brickman has quite a large army. Actually, the Allies have a slight lead in army-wise. And Scotch has deployed shock mortar. We see what Scotch is up to. His idea is very simple. ISU 152. Smoke coming down, though, on the fuel. That would definitely help him get his armor out sooner. So they're going to go for this fuel point. Meanwhile, the Soviets also go for this. They get both those fuel, and Scotch can deploy the building. He'll have that thing out within, what, 5 minutes? Oh, God. Well, plane gets shot down on my screen and luckily doesn't kill anyone, so that's a positive for both sides. Sherman pushing on in, has explosive rounds. Remember, that is the M1 that was lost at the beginning of the game. Asha still has it. Also, good Panzer headquarters positioning. I forgot to mention that earlier. Half-track, not really firing its main weapon, just taking shots. Maybe needs to move on in. T-70. Could be hit by armor-piercing rounds, but right now opening fire on the Pioneer Squad going in for that point. AT gun and conscripts opening fire. AT grenade has hit. AT gun has hit. Can they keep sight on the Panzer IV for the AT gun to finish it off is the question. Oh, he stopped! He stopped moving! T-70, can he provide range? Nope, he's not going to engage. Half-track instead will suppress the infantry and keep them back for the time being. Looks like the Brickman's push for the fuel did not go that well, though they did kill the half-track, so good job with the Sherman. The Germans will quickly recapture that, but it looks like Scotch was a little more effective with his push on the right. I don't think Lucky's going to be able to take back his side for quite some time. Right now, we have 364 for VP versus 435, so honestly, it's very, very close. Very close indeed. And in case you're wondering what happens, if Lucky and Asha win this game, they win. They will have 2 victories out of 3 games. If Brickman and Scotch win and able to keep up this momentum, it will be 1v1 for a final ace game. Artillery is coming down, missing once again. Asha currently has a total kill of 1 for that Stuka. Just 1. Fallschirmjägers have been upgraded, fighting off the captain and rear echelon with ease. Looks like, although they're pulling back because he realizes, oh shoot, giant American blob coming around the corner. Gonna need something to deal with that. Stuka would have been great, but MG, possibly armor-piercing rounds, would be even better to hold back that large force coming in. And they're just pouring on in. Not even the MG can suppress all of them. Meanwhile, we also have a tank coming through. Explosive rounds hitting the Volk squad. Also, a lot of really high vetted Volk. Good grenade right there. Asha's being tested to his limit by Brickman's assault. But same as Brick, he has a lot of forces spread out that he has to worry about. And some of them very low on health. He has to retreat. Same thing with Asha. Very low on health. Luckily, he does retreat it in the nick of time. Panzer IV by Lucky coming in to support against that big American push. Though that push will push Brickman to his limits because that's a lot of frontline troops that will be no longer on the front. Maybe that'll make an opportunity for them to push forward. Who knows? Asha, again, another Fallschirmjäger squad on the field, also getting upgrades. AT guns pulling on back. Of all things, the vehicle repair crew is charging. I think that might have been a misclick. Luckily, they'll get back in. The tank. We have the sniper going on in. It is up to Vet 1. Please tell me the no! The Soviet sniper has died. I think he might got Vet 1 from killing it. Good play, Lucky. Good counter snipe. Very good counter snipe. But anyway, Su-85 opening fire on the Panzer IV. There's tons of Soviet mines that we need to worry about, though. Minesweepers are in play. Pack gun, though, opening fire on the Su-85. This gun is well opening fire. One last shot would kill it, but they don't want to engage. Pack gun does knock out the Su-85 and stun it for a time being. Gets another shot. Needs to pull this sucker back. Grenadiers trying to go for the kill, but the Sherman drops smoke and pushes back the Grenadier squad, allowing the Allies a chance to get the Su-85 some repairs and also to reinforce this point. Conscripts pouring on in, be like, yeah, no, we're gonna kill this AT gun. Pack 40 desperately needs to get the heck out of there, though. You don't have the sniper over here and some grenadiers coming in to push this back. Brookman pushing over by the fuel. Right now, looks like most of Asha's forces are retreating. IL-2 bomb strike being called in. Where's it being called in is the question. Half-track being knocked out. T-70 as well. Oh! Nice shot. Unfortunately, between both groups doesn't do all that much. T-70 will escape, though. They do manage to, looks like, kill the German mortar, but I don't know if that was necessarily worth it. Suka is hiding way, way far in the back, so they weren't definitely hitting that. Meanwhile, big old German blob coming on in. Where's a demo when you need one? Or a Goliath. Friendly fire, you know. Those things. Anyway, T-70 opening fire. Managing to get some shots on target. They're coming in from multiple directions. T-70, get out of there. Same thing with the Zis. It's incredibly low on health. Conscripts coming on in to support. We have a Katusha being developed. Looks like Scotch is getting that for the time being instead of trying to save up for his IC-152. Meanwhile, a lot of Volk squads are in mid. Not mid. Sorry, pouring on in, fighting off conscripts. Looks like they should be able to win with the amount they have. Looks like one Fallschirmjäger squad did die. Panzer IV coming in on the T-70. T-70, run! There's a mine over here. Su-85's over here. Oh! T-70 gonna block. He's gonna block the Panzer IV from advancing. Su-85 might be able to kill it. T-70 trying to block it again. Fires through the side of the wall. Takes the damage, though, I believe. Does get Panzerfausted. Again, the side wall takes the shot. Su-85 very unlucky today. Not able to fire through. Panzer IV pouring on in. Trying to go for that poor T-70. Gets the rear armor shot. Su-85, come on. T-70 dodges the last shot. Needs to get out of there. Oh, no, he can't pen. And the T-70 gave it its all, but just not enough. Scotch lost a lot of men in that push by Lucky. AT guns, though, are prepped. Fire, looking at the wrong way. They're looking the wrong way. Oh, no, the mine! And the AT grenade fire. Can they kill it? Oh. They got the Panzer IV. Explosive shot almost kills the Pioneer. Grenade being thrown. Asha's men are incredibly low. Can they kill one of Asha's men? Conscripts and Bar open fire. They kill it. That's a very, really good veteran squad that just bit it. After all of that, where are we at on the board? Well, funny enough, ladies and gentlemen, Allies still looking pretty good. A lot of conscripts. We have a new sniper on the field. Let's see. Brickman takes even me a second. Whew. Jackson, we got Sherman. It's a lot of AT. They're good for a lot of different scenarios, though. Lucky is, yeah. Oh, okay. He's getting the heavy Panzer Corps right now. He needs to save up manpower, but I think he might go for an elephant. That might definitely be very helpful. It was definitely helpful the last time we saw it on this map. Didn't win the game, but it definitely won the armor engagement. A lot of F's in the chat over that last Panzer IV death. Yeah, definitely. Definitely an F for that. But hey, good mine placement by Scotch. Meanwhile, again, not much stopping this big old charge by a bunch of riflemen. Again, Sherman as well, providing support to try to blast them out of cover. Good work. AT guns pulling on back. I still love the fact Asha has this AT gun under his control. Fallschirmjäger's trying to come in to stop that blob from going in for the victory point. Meanwhile, the Soviets are going in for the factory area. Sniper's gotten a couple kills so far. Katusha opening fire. Not really hitting much. Pack 40 and the Grenadiers are keeping outside its range for the time being. Looks like Sherman was hit by the M1 up to Vet 2 now. Rifleman trying to go for the kill. They're backing up, though. MG might suppress it. I don't know if that was on purpose, but placement maybe should have been focusing over there. But hell, they, wait, hold on. Is the Panzer headquarters? Oh, Panzer headquarters died. That's why Asha can't deploy any armor. Asha lost his Panzer headquarters probably from a big push over here while I was busy watching the Soviet battle. So really good job right there. I love how he's pulling back like, yeah, I probably don't want to show him that I'm building a mine right there. And that will cut him off. No more munitions. Well, the fuel's being recaptured. So really good plays all around. And also victory points now under Allied control. So they'll put more pressure. And right now, Allies are winning the victory point war. But Lucky is to put himself a Brumbar. I was expecting an elephant. But a Brumbar could be very, very good in the infantry department. Again, if he wants to kill these conscripts, if that's the reason why. Let's see his army. Let's see how many men Lucky has. Lucky has a decent amount. He doesn't have a lot of upgraded grenadiers, might be an issue. But they're still doing pretty damn well. Stuka's coming down. Asha, how many kills do you have with the Stuka? Only 4. Might kill him on the retreat. Gets the squad wipe on the retreat. The best Stuka I've seen all game. Also managed to kill the pack, though, by the American flank. For those who are thinking this was just going to be a quick game, oh no, this is going to be a brutal tug of war. We have, again, air support coming on in. We're at infantry and armor alike. Armor's pulling out, infantry backing up as well. Trying to kill that pack with the artillery. And conscripts managed to do just that. AT gun repositioning to push back the Brumbar. Very low on health, doesn't want to engage. Oh my god, Rifleman as well need to pull him back. Sherman trying to come in, but the air support's going to do a lot to it. Can it kill it? Very low on health. Very low indeed. Right now, it seems like the Brumbar's trying to kill the AT gun, though S-285's still there. Can't engage, can't exactly move very far, but it can help. So really good job right there. Any case, meanwhile, if we look in mid, air support's still in effect for another few seconds. Whew, Allies trying to recapture that capture point with limited men. They did manage to steal the enemy pack. Again, just hilarious how many AT guns are exchanging hands this game. But Grenadiers pushing on and push back that really weakened conscript squad. Looks like he got a bunch of fresh recruits after the Stuka and everything else killed a lot of his very vetted conscripts from earlier. Meanwhile, we have some forces over here capturing the fuel. We drop smoke. We could see a smoke drop. Okay, we have a smoke drop. Good, good, good. Again, if there's an MG, drop smoke. We have a King Tiger on the field. Asha did deploy a Panzer headquarters. Has everything else deployed, including, I believe, a medical back at base. Indeed. Now there's a King on the field, and now Brickman has to fight that. He does have a Jackson. He's getting a second one and an AT gun. But it will be a hard fight. It will be a hard fight indeed. But if he can snare it, it'll be a lot easier for him, especially if maybe a time on target come into play. Fallschirmjäger's up to Vet 4. Really, really powerful, especially with that added veterancy. Pushing back the conscripts. Meanwhile, Grenadiers are grabbing back the other fuel. Just back and forth with this game. Oh, boy. Grenadiers will kind of move on in. Hopefully they grab the victory point. The Sniper up to Vet 1. Double AT guns moving on in. Backed up with an S-285. That's a lot of damage. Brumbar's going to need some coverage. Right now, a lot of the infantry is behind it. Not really spotting. Oh, see, if he hits the mine, he's done. Especially with the double. Oh, hold on. Where's the other AT gun? Oh, it's on the other flank. Okay. If the Brumbar is pinned and those AT guns get in range, oh boy. But without any support, yeah, the AT guns are going to have some issues. Katusha opening fire on this. No, on the MG. MG's going to have to reposition quickly. Oh, hits the Teller mine as well. Even that alone is actually pretty good because he knocked out a mine that could have crippled an armor push. Meanwhile, the King took some hits, dished out some kills. Jackson, though, still in the front. Second one moving on in. And the infantry are pushing back the AT gun, stopping it from hitting the Jackson. I will say it looks like the Allies are on a bit of a back foot right now. But it looks like Scotch is on the counterattack right now. And he is hunting down that Brumbar, almost guaranteed. If conscripts can get close, that would be a heck of... Oh, wait, no! Stuka coming in. Oh, it doesn't get the kill, though. So only 2 models killed by that. Meanwhile, hold up. What's this? Jackson hiding behind the hay. Bulk squad should see it, though. King Tiger firing. I think the hay or the fence took the hit. S-285 also pushing back the Brumbar. MG very low on health. So really, really good job there. Half-track as well. Again, good job in suppression. Also shooting down enemy aircraft like that close air support that we saw from earlier. Or the recon that Lucky is deployed periodically throughout the game. Grenadiers coming on in. Again, love all the veterancy with these guys. Su-85 though, trying to push back the Brumbar. The Brumbar gets a nice shot on the half-track, doing a little damage, but the half-track's able to dodge most of it. There is that sniper, and it looks like the Soviets did lose their other one, so looks like we're not going to see a really high-level sniper this game anymore. It looks like any of them will be killed by artillery or sniper fire in general. Hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully. Meanwhile, we have a major, I want to say deploying a plane. It is for recon purposes. It doesn't have any veterancy, so it's only going to deploy one. Same thing with Lucky. He's deploying his own plane in order to recon the battlefield. Give himself an idea of what he's fighting over here. Sniper as well. Not trying to fire at all. Just trying to give sight. Is something coming? Is he deploying something major? Lucky could deploy an elephant. Again, I think that might be worth it to push back the Su-85. But now I understand why he's not really doing that. He doesn't want to deploy it because that's the only, like, okay, maybe the half-track and maybe a Lucky hit on the Katyusha. But overall, it's like his main fight has been this infantry. So I can kind of see why. Meanwhile, the American has much more armor that is directly on the front that he has to worry about. Meanwhile, King actually takes the shot pretty damn well. Well, okay, except for off the M1, but I digress. Oh, the M1 got recrewed by Asha. Sherman trying to come, using that building as cover against the King. But luckily, all the tank destroyers do a lot. Push back the King Tiger. Although for Kenworth, we're trying to push back the Jackson. Air support's inbound on the left. No real anti-air to speak of on this side. So, half-track will have to be redeployed to assist the American. Also, mortar is 10 kills. Not too bad. Stuka fired. Knocked out the AT gun. The Zis has been decrewed. He is now up to 16 kills, almost vet 2, so good job there. Come on, bring himself back in action. He's like, you know, the first few shots where I whiffed it. Well, now I'm back. Unfortunately, though, one thing I will note, Asha, your men, you only have 2 frontline units. Although both vet 5, the American has much more in terms of frontline capabilities. I was really hoping a plane crash and just prove me wrong, but alright. Where'd that plane crash? Crashed in mid. Alright. Sniper coming up again. Half-track, though. Oh, wait. Nope. Hitting the Grenadier squad. I thought it saw it, but no, it did not. Grenadiers just trying to grab that fuel as the Allies have the other one. Oh, that elephant I mentioned earlier is now on the field. Asha has gone... Okay, I don't think this is a good idea. I don't think a double Stuka is good. Hopefully you prove me wrong, Asha, but I think that's a little too much in the RD department. And... oh, there it is. And I feel like you're really trying to, like, just... like, there's a huge gap in this line. If the Major is able to spot you and just dive a Sherman, worth it. Absolutely worth it. We'll see. Again, a nice recon ability. Also, ISU-152 is on the field. So if you think that elephant's just going to have a clear cakewalk, you are mistaken, good sir, because that ISU-152 can go toe-to-toe. I will give the clear anti-take advantage to the elephant, but combined with the Su-85, overall, the Soviets have a clear dominance in tank power for both anti-infantry and anti-armor. We have something coming in here. It looks like a recon. Plane shot down. Again, incredibly beneficial to have the Soviet anti-air because it is very, very good at killing down any airplane immediately upon deployment onto the field. Brumbar getting a great shot on the conscript squad, though incredibly low on health. Oh, but again, both sides are very, very close in terms of fuel, manpower, like overall population. Brickman has the lead by far. And the X's are a bit down. But overall, if we're looking at, like, population on the field, looking pretty damn good. Sniper opening fire on the pack, trying to kill it. Man, they're just like, can we just knock out the pack? It's ours. Artillery, though, coming on in on the Katyusha. I'm sorry, not on the Katyusha. On the elephant, actually doing some damage. Again, for those who don't know, rockets will hurt over a volley, a concentrated volley, it will do quite a bit of damage, actually. For how much, I actually did a video on that. But in this game, it wasn't enough to push the elephant back. Plus, the IS-152 began constant repairs. The elephants, elephants getting some constant repairs now. But this gun's doing some direct fire action. Brumbar coming in, maybe try to knock out that unit. Massive push on left by Brickman. King Tiger's still fully operational, but with the Jacksons chipping away at it from a distance, I don't know for how long that statement will be true. Great double shot, almost throwing the Tiger off its tracks. Artillery coming down, but again, the Zis dodges quite effectively. The sniper got F'd apparently, so yeah, it did. It absolutely did. Meanwhile, Asha and them are trying to control mid. Again, neither side is allowing the other to have a clear dominance in the victory point lead. Oh! Plane almost crashes into the Stuka. That would have been a mighty hit if it would have connected. But alas, no kamikazes so far this game. Infantry pouring on in to try to take that fuel. Again, they did manage to take this one back. Elephant is fully operational as well. Still have some Soviet mines on the point. SU-85 and ISU-152 getting some. Oh, ISU-152 moving to mid. Okay. Oh, killed by an ISU. Thank you, guys. Thank you in chat. Anyway, ISU-152 putting pressure on the Fallschirmjäger. Can he kill it? It's explosive rounds. They're a little spread out. Maybe not, but we'll see. A lot of health damage. Jackson's coming into mid right now. What are they planning on doing? Are they going to kill the elephant? Katusha, close range, coming on in with the clutch. Grenadiers super low, but they need riflemen to end it. Engineers, do the honor, please. Jackson's putting pressure on the elephant. Su-85 as well from the other angle. Engineers can be like, we're just going to recruit this. Sorry, your little attack kind of backfired there. Brickman's trying to grab that. We've smoke being deployed in mid. King Tiger's redeploying to mid. I don't know if this is on purpose or what, but they have now everything going into mid. Both sides might be trying to do a final battle to end this campaign. Elephant, though, gets a great shot on the IC-152 along with another volley of AT. IC-152 is very low. Elephant, though, in really good condition, unlike the Brumbar. A lot of forces right here. Sherman, though, coming in on the side. Unfortunately, still an AT gun. Sight lines. Gets a good explosive shot. Also, good job for an MG for Vet 5. Hot damn. Asha across the board with that veterancy. Same thing with Scotch. Same thing with Lucky. Same thing with Brickman. A lot of good, highly vetted units. Anyway, infantry's trying to stop the Grenadiers from taking the point. Well, we shall see. Stukas are still alive and scattered, but there is a clear, definite line where they could go in deep and get some mighty kills. 4 kills so far. We'll see if it does a lot to the MG. I'm assuming that's where it's hitting. Misses it ever so much. Rifleman getting a grenade on the Grenadiers. Oh my god, so close to wiping it. Can they do it, Captain? Captain, my captain, can you kill it? Nope, not enough. He manages to escape. Although, Katusha in the area might have tried to finish it off. Does actually get some of the Pioneers and a little bit of the NG. Maybe the Elephant too, if it's a lucky rocket. Meanwhile, armor is pushing on left, and all the heavy armor's on the other side of the map. So they're going to have free reign on this side. Light artillery from the Major coming down. Sturm's coming in. Not sure what they're going to do with the Minesweeper against 3 armored vehicles, but who knows? King Tiger's been deployed, but again, Jackson's opening fire, backed up by, though, double AT. That's the biggest issue with the Jacksons, is those AT guns. Maybe they can kill it with the Sherman. Who knows? Again, they don't have anything to, like, lock it down. Nice shot with the Sherman, bringing health down quite a bit. Mortars in mid. I assume 5-2's back up to full health. Not really much of a charge. Both sides kind of keeping their distance. Sturm's retaking this point, though. Victory. Oh, White Phosphorus coming down to stop them. Nice. IL-2 coming in. Again, I think from the wrong angle. He brought it in from all the way on the left side of the map. He should have brought it in from the right. So that way it's a quicker reaction time for the plane drop. So that way you can take it out. Brickman, by the way, has made up for everything we've said. Look at all the highly vetted troops Brickman has and the manpower storage on his side. Dang, he is looking good. Great shot, by the way, with the IC-152, killing the squad on mid. Panzerwerfer on the field? Panzerwerfer on the field. Again, can't hit the pack. Again, incredible reaction time by the Soviets and Allies. AT grenade possibly on the Tiger? Maybe? Sherman lying back. AT guns both incredibly weakened. Tiger is injured. Now is it. Now is the time. Jacksons, if you're in position, you could annihilate everything on the left-hand side. The Elephant and the Brumbar could not help out in any way. Though, that said, Zis opening fire on the Brumbar. Artillery coming in. Wait, oh, Katusha coming out. Yeah, doing quite a bit. Getting a lot of great shots on it. Plus, the Jacksons coming on the flank. Oh, this could be it. Zis guns opening fire. Bouncing off the target, though. Super low. It's going to crawl back to base with like 10% of its life left. Jacksons, though, hit mines. Stopped a big push from occurring. Decommissioning the M1 AT gun. Like, nope, we can't let this thing on the field. No, only the Germans can have an American AT gun of all things. Stuka coming on in on the Su-85. Oh, and the Zis gun, respectively. Hot damn, a good volley right there. King Tiger, though, fully operational. 36 kills. Nothing to sneeze at. Katusha, 13. Half track, 13. ISU, 16. They're pushing in to capture the VP point once again. Super close game. You could not ask for a closer game, honestly. Where is it? Oh, they finally killed the AT gun, and because of the health on the AT gun, it is killed, bringing the Soviets' total AT gun to 1. But they have a lot of manpower and fuel, so let me be very clear, they have a lot to burn. So Brickman even more so. Unfortunately, the Axis not so much. Can they kill this AT gun? Is the question. Conscripts, can you finish off that pack? No, fired wildly off, unable to. Meanwhile, Allies pushing a little bit more. Double AT gun once again. I feel like he's like, hey, buddy, can you call it an airstrike for me? That or bring in a priest. Well, okay, maybe not. Well, I don't know. I feel like armor-wise, you're doing fine. Maybe a priest to just focus on this stuff to kill it. No, I take that back. Mortar carriage. Mortar carriage for distance. You can fire at distance. It's cheaper. It's more precise, and you can have it focus on those things. Mortar carriage would absolutely be better. And it can fire on the move. That's absolutely what you need to do. Also, these Stukas are incredibly always on the close to the front. A dive with 1 Sherman. Brickman, you have so much in terms of manpower. And you have a Vet 1 Major. You can do the recon. You can give sight to your entire... You can give sight to the entire Axis side and realize that they don't have much in terms of quick reaction armor to deal with that. Their armored units to fight other tanks are big, slow, monotonous. Elephant being hit by an AT grenade. That doesn't do all that much. Katusha, once again, coming in on the Elephant. Just barely missing it, actually. Pushing it back. Pioneers being pulled back. Sherman coming in on the angle, hanging the Volk squads, or trying to at the very least. Though pulling on back. Stuka's opening fire in the front. Jackson's. Oh, IC-152 with the captain manages to get. I'm sorry, lieutenant manages to get the kill. Brumbar pushing on in. Sherman, though, 28 kills, Vet 3. Nothing to sneeze at. Really good job there. Great shot on that unit, pulling it back. Meanwhile, again, Scotch. No fuss, no muss, grabbing the point. Su-85 being brought to the table. Again, a big old group of infantry right there. Oh, IL-2, wrong direction once again. Call from the other angle, but it will suffice. The MG can't get out of there in time, and it will be annihilated along with some of the Elephant. If it was called in the other angle, it may have clipped some of the units on retreat. But Asha, having the once proud full fighting force, has now been brought down to just 1 Vet 5 Stern Pioneer. That's really just kind of helping more so than doing anything else. Brumbar, though, pushing back the rifleman in mid, stopping the bleed. Look how close this is. 221 to 220. AT gun, though, is killed. I always forget the different direction thing for those call-ins. Yeah, you can aim the ISU 152 from the closer side of the map, so it calls on in. Elephant moving on in with a quarter of its health gone. Conscripts on the fuel. Grenadier squads kind of move over here. Brumbar, Vet 3, nothing to sneeze at. ISU 152, though, is like, nuh-uh, you pull back. You pull back, son. Again, give it up to Scotch for just having a lot of infantry come on in to help on out. Axis being pushed back by ISU 152 and SU-85. Dies to one of the armored vehicles. Great shot right there. Valiant Assault is now in effect. Hold on. Airstrike is well in effect. They're moving over all they can. Brickman's launching a major assault to kill the headquarters. We've seen him do this before, and it worked out pretty damn well. But it looks like with the airstrikes coming on in, he will be unable to proceed. But Half-Track is shooting down some of the planes. I don't know where it's... Oh, there. Shot down on here. Really good job. Brickman as well could put down some caches. Some much-needed caches. Airstrike almost kills the Verkenwerfer. But the AT guns are enough to push back the Jacksons. Airstrike comes in. Oh, God! Right on the MG. I don't know how that man lived, but he did. Sherman pulling on back as well. Plane crashed over the hill. Meanwhile, Elephant slowly pushing forward. Lucky is advancing. ISU 152 is very low. He's trying to get the kill. Explosive rounds are, though, equipped with the ISU 152. Gets the kill! Although, Scotch is unable to get another ISU 152 for another 3 minutes. That's 3 minutes without it. Meanwhile, this thing is really close to dying. Sherman going in for the dive! Bounces first shot. Hold on. Asha, currently King, is out of commission for the time being. He is going in. Can he pen? Can he pen? He gets the Panzerwerfer, not the kill. Come on, baby. No, vehicle destroyed. He is unable to seal the deal, and the Elephant will survive. Katusha now trying to go in. Can they get one rocket? They can, but it's not enough. Come on. They killed the Panzerwerfer, though. They do. Oh, damn. It's not enough. Stuka, though, is killed while moving up to the front by the double Jacksons. And before you say, oh my God, he lost to Sherman, how bad, Brickman is literally pumping out more armor as we speak. The American industry cannot be fulfilled, and it will keep deploying as many vehicles as it takes to win this battle. Jackson's rapidly deploying onto the other side. I do think maybe the Jacksons diving on this Elephant might be beneficial if they could kill it, if they could give sight. Major recon. But we'll see. We will absolutely see. King Tiger, though, is back on the front, backed up by AT. Conscripts, though, on this point, holding on. Oh, Grandiose push him back. Even though I do think the Axis got some good hits and the Allies absolutely did. Recon is overhead. As I stated, Brumbar has been brought back up. He pushed maybe because the Jacksons may have been injured, not sure. But I'm just saying now push with the Jacksons. Recon went overhead. I think they do realize how injured that thing is and how the King is right now along with this building. Jackson's moving on in against the King. Not much stopping him. Only one AT gun in the vicinity. Again, we have only one Fallschirmjäger squad back at base. King Tiger stuck on the trench line. Pathfinding at its worst. But Jackson's going to take full advantage of this. Back on up. King Tiger's at half health. Meanwhile, we have an Su-85 trying to go for the snipe and kill of this Panzer headquarters building to stop them. Elephant, though, is back up. Su-85 needs to get the hell out of there. IS-152 is coming on in. Building is very low. Needs time on target. Hold on. They're trying to decap it. Here come the Jacksons opening fire on the Tiger. Oh, time on target on the AT gun. Smokes, though, being deployed. I think the captain, though, or lieutenant did die. No, captain may have perished. I don't think he realizes what he's walking into. He doesn't realize. Artillery's coming on in. Oh, there goes one of them. Decrewed, not killed. Elephant, though, coming on in to push back the Jacksons. Many of them injured. Need to pull back for repairs. MG, though, holding back the Fallschirmjäger squad, though a second one comes on in. Asha finally getting that infantry he desperately needed. And yet, even with all that said, victory point wise, the Axis are the ones that are in a bit of trouble. Allies, for a time, almost had, or did have 3 VP points. Now the Axis will at least be able to stop that with knocking out the 1 and taking over mid. Scotch, definitely a little bit lower in terms of population than he was, but only by like 1 or 2. Overall, still has a huge army and a brand new ISU 152 on the field for him. Jackson's coming on in. Recon's overhead. Maybe they can identify the Brumbar and murder it before it can have support. And that's exactly what they're going to do. Jacksons do not care and are going to kill it. Infantry incredibly low. Pull back that squad, man. Literally, if it sneezes, it's going to die. Nope, they might have killed the AT gun there. They killed the unit on the retreat. Good job. Oh my god, Lucky is down to barely anything remaining. I agree, the cooldown is really, really useful for stopping armor spam. Grenadier squad barely makes it out though. AT gun moving on to mid, I'm assuming to capture it. Again, my biggest complaint, Brickman, you have 1,000 manpower. Put down some caches. Axis, I can 100% understand. They're the ones losing this game. But think about more munitions, more airstrikes, more smoke, more everything. Although fuel-wise, not the case. This is my biggest contribution to be like, if you're winning, you need more munitions seal the hill than fuel. But whatever. Artillery strike comes in, does a lot to the ISU 152 and knocks out the AT gun, stopping decap. Oh, ISU 85 super low. Nothing stopping the kill. Does get the kill on it. Good job, Jagdpanzer. Elephant, oh my god, this is a lot of armor in close proximity. No airstrikes available by the Allies, though. They are turning their asses to another Jackson, and the Elephant might have overdone it with the King. Elephant knocked out all the armors together. They're definitely not all in this together. And yeah, extra armor piercing rounds by the Jackson. One of them can't shoot. Can they at least kill the Jagdpanzer? They do. Jackson, though, is knocked out. That's 2 Jacksons and Elephant. Elephant will be unable to come back. Airstrikes coming on in. And that was a great scene right there. Get the whole scenery in. Brickman is down, though, just pumping out more Jacksons because, again, you can never have too many, apparently. Panzerwerfer coming down on mid. Everything goes kapoom. Yes, I agree, chat. I freaking agree. Katusha, though, opening fire. Where at? Not entirely sure. Oh, back at base, stopping the King from being repaired. Though at Vet 3, Asha, really nice Vet 3 King. This has been intense. And what I once thought was a clear Axis victory, once again, Brickman and Scotch managed to turn the tide and deal significant damage toward their enemy. Even with the tank destroyer, it was not enough, and a really good flank by Brickman just helped seal the deal. Unless the Axis come in with some amazing counterattack and take out all the new, fresh Jacksons coming onto the field, along with the recruits that have made, I'm sorry, not recruits, the veterans that have been on the field for so long. I don't know how this game is going to be an Axis victory. I truly don't. But anyway, American forces are holding on to mid, making sure if the Axis come on there, well, they get torn apart. Oh my god. Well, Lucky has gone from the mighty Elephant to deploying a a Stug. He's getting himself a Stug. And also, Panzerwerfer 0 kills. Oh my god. Asha! Asha, listen to me. Asha, there's a lot of fuel right here for you. There's a lot of fuel for you, buddy. Or just run through it, that's fine. Anyway, Fallschirmjäger's trying to get to mid. Conscripts, though, not letting them have it. All Vet 3, 7-man squads, just taking a brunt of the action to keep the Axis from taking it. Though it looks like there is a Pioneer squad going deep to try to take it, though Conscripts should be able to hold them back. Artillery, though, comes on in. Looks like the Riflemen will hold them just fine. Oh my god. Yeah, once again, at least the one Stuka did survive. Only one died earlier. But those Stukas do not have a high KD. Like, again, they have 17 kills? This mortar half-track has 19 kills, and it's way, way cheaper. So, great shot with the Jacksons coming out on the flank. Getting some great shots on the King Tiger. King Tiger up to Vet 4. Oh, super low, though. Needs to get out of there. American forces as well took over this side, so good positioning. Some strike. Oh, Recon's coming on in. Major is calling in artillery. Desperately trying to hold. Does manage to do so. Forces pulled back. IC-152 continuing the pressure. Oh, wait. Stu going deep. Who knew? Oh, God. And not enough time. Not enough time to get the kill on the Katusha. Victory point. Win by the Allies. Brickman and Scotch coming in with an amazing counterattack. Really great job by them. I honestly thought they were on the back foot and gonna lose, but just like their match from earlier, it worked out like a charm. This was a fantastic game. Literally was point even for at least like a half this game. It was super close, within like probably 25 VP points, but really, really good job. Have to give props to Brickman for bringing the armor with the Jacksons and some great infantry plays. Gotta give it to Scotch for his amazing ISU-152 and SU-85 gameplay once again. Also, some great conscripts holding the front and Katusha play, plus half-track shooting down stuff. Lucky, really good infantry play, though again, Elephant as well did a great job, but they just didn't really last as long. Again, it's hard to say how they could have done better for the Axis because they were doing such a good job. But I think a clear example might have been going something else other than a double Stuka. I feel like one was enough. If you really were trying to fight infantry, maybe, just maybe, because you have a King Tiger, go with something like a half-track to shoot down enemy planes, or the enemy recon, or maybe try to go with a Panzer IV group. I know it's a Jackson. I'm just trying to think of other things to fight infantry if you wanted something like that. Support guns could have worked. Anything else, honestly. But, well, man, it would cost manpower. But I just don't think the cost into double Stukas was all that worth it. Yes, it is a mod. It's Winter Balance and it's a competitive map. Double checking damage. Holy crap. Scotch, 81,000 damage. 281 kills. Really good job there. Just one ahead of a positive KD. Then on the other side, we got Asha Boys and Lucky with, look at that. Look at that damage. It's 170 off. Really good job there. Also, 280 kills for Asha. Really great game, guys. I cannot give props to all these players. Hello, everyone. This is Greyshot. Before I go, I want to give a special shout out to Patreon supporters Josh, Milam, Joey G240, Just Thomas Plays, Spartycus, Rifle, JrChicklis, Pyroshark, Ion, Ollie, Ace, GTA, and Jakub Osweija. Thank you all for your incredible support. This has been Greyshot17 and his amazing patrons, and I'll see you all next time.